Hey there, Joe Cox Jr. with Life Made Simple, getting you through this narcissistic world. Today, again, I have my beautiful wife with me, Jonna Sue,
Hi.
and today we're going to talk about triggers. Um, and the reason we're talking about them is because it's a relationship thing. Triggers usually affect relationships in a very negative way. Basically, what a trigger is something that activates a past memory. It could be from childhood, it could be from a past relationship. The whole idea, when we first got together, we always have gotten along, but there would be little triggers of I would say something or she would say something, but we always seemed to talk about it. We allowed the emotion to process, try to figure out where it's from, that sort of thing. So we don't get too emotional on it, but we understand it. Hopefully that part will help you. Is there anything that you'd like to say about the triggers?
Well, it's true. When you've had, when you've lived life, no matter what stage of life you're in now, you went through stuff, whether it was at home or school or that relationships on whatever levels. Uh, there could be things that were not so good, or that made you angry, or that hurt you, or that were totally things that were misconstrued, and the emotions that went along with it still affect you. They're still in there. So, you know, you you trip over a rock on the way to school, the rest of your life you're going to watch out for rocks in your path, right?
That was a good one.
So, I mean, but there are things that go with things in life, and those emotional things and feelings are still in there until something happens that will remind you or trigger you, and you feel that again. Okay, say you had someone in your life that used to slam doors or yell. Okay, and then you have a new relationship that is good, it's healthy, there's no yelling and screaming, hopefully not, but a door might get slammed.
I did that. But it wasn't the slam. What it was the draft. We had the windows open.
Right.
And so when I went to the door, it slammed it.
It slammed.
And she thought I was upset. And
Yeah.
this is in the very beginning.
Yes.
So,
So, and I was like, okay, I wonder what's going on with him today. And so I would kind of like wait to see. And I'd be like, when I'd see him again or come inside, he'd come inside or whatever. And I'd say, honey, are you doing okay? You all right?
I'm
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm fine. You okay? Yeah. And I'm like, well, and okay, well, I thought you slammed the door. I was just checking on you, making sure you're okay. And come to find out, no, it was literally the wind sweeping through the house. But the trigger happened from the slam. And it was like, whoa, something must be wrong, because because something was wrong when the door slammed years before was around somebody else who was very toxic,
Mm-hmm.
ex-husband, ex-people in your life, people that are no longer in your life, and they'll do things like that. So anyway, that's what a trigger is. So when we have a trigger, a lot of times the person that is causing the trigger doesn't even know that they're causing a trigger within you. So you go to them calmly. If I had marched outside and slammed the door behind me and said, "What is wrong with you? Bleep, bleep, bleep," he would have been like,
What are you talking about?
"Who are you and where's my wife?"
Yeah.
You know, so so what have you done with her? So anyway, that but I chose to be like, something. I'm just going to check on him, because that's not, he doesn't usually do things like that. So you know, so you handle things. I believe that there is a right way and a wrong way to handle everything. So you kind of have to feel the vibes of what's going on. And if you think that they're upset about something, tread lightly and kindly and say, "Hey, are you all right?"
Do it out of concern and just know that he or she cannot read your mind.
Right.
So just say, like she'll even say, so and so happened the other day, and it kind of triggered me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, let's talk about it. And we would talk about it. So that would
Mm-hmm.
help her iron things out.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had some major abandonment issues with my parents, emotionally abandoning me, betraying me, lying to me, cheating, stealing from me, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't take those things out on her. It's not her fault. So if something happens, I'll go to her and I'm like, I'm feeling really off, or this is what I think it could be.
Mm-hmm.
This is about self awareness. This is about getting to know who you are.
Yeah.
This is about finding yourself. In these videos, we talk, quite a bit about getting back to yourself and understanding yourself. Remember, you're the perfect you. Your goal on this earth is to become the best you. And these people, and we're talking quite a bit about narcissistics,
Mm-hmm.
they do nothing but derail you. And it just messes with your head. Just remember the old blender thing. They put a blender in your head and mix your brains up, and you've got to now sort it back out.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what this channel is about. It's about understanding that, hey, it's not just you that has this. You're not alone. People that go through narcissistic abuse, especially gaslighting and all different kinds of stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
and you, just don't take it out on yourself. Be your own best friend. Love
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Self care is number one,
Mm-hmm.
and say, you know what, I'm going to be okay. You
Yeah.
know, make sure you do something nice for yourself, and take just good get care of. Take care of yourself like you're your own best friend. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you really need to be, is your own best friend.
Yeah. And sometimes it could be something just as simple as taking off your shoes and walking outside on the grass and just being close to nature. Just, which is putting your feet on the ground is grounding. And it literally the earth will help you to feel better, and it sends energy up through you to help you to heal. Um,
I talk about earthing and grounding in the book that I just came
yes.
out with,
Mm-hmm.
Life Made Simple,
Mm-hmm.
Secrets to Wealth and Happiness Hidden in Plain Sight. You're welcome to check it out on Amazon. It has a guarantee. You read it for 90 days. If it does not change your life, I wrote that book to change lives, not just to sell books. And so far, we've got a straight 5-star reviews on there. But check it out, and I welcome you to read that. We're going to be going through that whole book through the next year on these videos. So if you don't have the money, hang on. We will get through the whole book
Mm-hmm.
on these videos. But if you'd like to know about it right away, because we also talk about trapped emotions in the book, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of triggers come from trapped emotions as
Yes.
well. So we'll talk about that on another video. We try to keep these videos um, straight to the point of what we're talking about. I don't want to be like a squirrel and take off and go on different subjects while we're going squirrel. So
That's easy to do.
I have so many things to tell you about
Mm-hmm.
what I learned on this journey through this life of going through two parents that were totally toxic, a overt malignant mother and a covert malignant father, um, almost at the social psychopathic level, because they both take joy out of watching their children suffer. As most of you know, that my youngest brother, 29 years old, passed away of alcoholism. That's unheard of. You have to drink so much alcohol to do that. But I talk about him on another channel as well. But just know, we have been through it. We have been through hell and back, both of us,
Yeah.
and we appreciate each other. We take care of each other. I want great things for her. She wants great things for me,
Mm-hmm.
and we work together in harmony, mind, body, and soul. Mind, body, and spirit. We uh, find our wholeness, and then we're in harmony with one another in each of our wholeness. So,
And that's another thing too, is
excuse me.
what allows Joe and I to be able to have harmony in our marriage, our relationship, is that we do want the best for each other. We sh- we have each other's backs, and there's no hiding this secrets, that none of that garb. That will drive wedges, and then the wedges all of a sudden will blow up one day. It's not worth it. You have Every relationship has to be built on trust, and you have to establish that trust before you get married. That's my take. I That's my take on it. I mean,
Yes, and trust and loyalty, those are the foundation of a good relationship.
yep.
And it doesn't matter what all else you have, if you don't have those two. And this is what we talk about on this channel, is getting down to the foundation of each problem. Relationship, trust and loyalty to each
Mm-hmm.
other. The trust is the very foundation, and then the loyalty is the second. And if you don't have that, you don't have a relationship,
Nope.
period.
And I don't have to worry.
Nope.
I in my past marriage, oh, that was okay. You want to
Yeah.
ulcers daily? Yeah. I mean, that was just the way it was, and that is not what I that I knew that that was not what a relationship or marriage
Yep.
should be like. So Joe, I mean, I didn't even have to ask him. He would show me on every level that I could trust him.
For instance, I'll give you an example. In the very beginning, I knew that that was a problem. I took my phone off of a passcode, or I gave her my passcode, so she's
Mhm.
welcome to look at my phone anytime.
Mhm.
It does. I never tried to hide anything from her. She walks into my office. There's my
Yeah.
screen. Check it out. There's nothing manipulative or
Mm-mm.
deceitful
No.
in our relationship, and that's what
He's like, "Come on, honey, come sit down, come sit with me."
she's welcome to come in my office at any time. And you don't have to knock on the door first and all that. And I
No.
know all those games. I've seen those played through the years, and
Yeah,
I'm
and we've
over it.
lived in some of those games, and it's
Yeah.
not fun.
So bottom line is, hopefully this helps you out. Triggers is all about pulling the past back to the current. So when something triggers, you're pulling that emotion back. But what
Mhm.
you need to do is sit there and think, where is that emotion coming from?
Mhm.
Once we understand, we start controlling our emotions. Keep in mind, so when we're children, we act out of emotions and feelings. As an adults, we have reasoning and logical skills we use through critical thinking skills. So if we don't mature past those emotions and feelings, we get stuck in the past. And so the bottom line is, it's a clear cut. If you're dating somebody and you got a trigger because they were really messing with you, and they betrayed you, why do you give them a second chance? Because I guarantee you, they'll do it one time, they'll do it a second time, they'll do it a third time, they'll do it a fourth time. They were the loyalty and the trust is not there. So move on. That's the way I feel about it. Looking back, relationships I stayed in years before, I'd have been out in 5 minutes today if that I was in that same situation with what I know today.
Mhm.
Um, it just
Mhm.
is zero tolerance anymore.
Yeah.
And now we live a quality life without all the BS. And that's what hopefully we're here to show you. But we're going to wind this video up. It's getting a little dark out here. We're in the evening, and
Yep.
we're going to start shutting down the fire we've been burning off today out here at the property. And we just had some dinner, and we're going to go back and get back to the house before it gets too dark.
Yeah.
So, let's
So
say any final words?
yeah, just remember, um, you're not crazy. There are there are moments where you will just want to scream, or you'll break down and you'll cry, or you'll whatever those emotions, whatever happens with those emotions. Try to take a deep breath. Just be in your calm space. Just get calm. Walk away. Go outside. Go somewhere where it's quiet, and just think about, okay, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling this way? Where did this come from? And just try to remember that wherever that trigger came from, that can be resolved. Sometimes it takes a little time, but it can be resolved. And you don't have to live with triggers every day. And your spouse, your mate, your person, your relationship person, talk to them. They, like Joe says, they cannot read your mind. And you can't read their mind, vice versa. Don't expect each other to know what the other one's feeling or thinking. That's why we need to communicate and do it calmly, and you know just put it out there, and do it, try to do it in a loving way. When you're in the moment of high emotion, high alert, that's the time to go and just calm down so that you can communicate in a rational adult manner and sort it out. Because those moments when you talk about it and you sort it out and you are open to be understanding and listen to each other, those can be major growing moments for you to become closer and to have more love and respect for each other.
Hmm.
So, anyway, I've lived it, I've done it. He's so good to me, and we hope that you can gather something from these videos. And if you have comments or questions, put them in the comments and we will get back to you. So, anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
This is Joe Cox Jr. with Life Made Simple, getting you through this narcissistic world with Jonna Sue as my guest today and the love of my life. Thank you so much. Wish you all blessings from our heart to yours.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful evening. Like and subscribe if you think we've earned it. Bye-bye now.
Bye. And